love it when you're fresh. I love it when I take your top off and we share the same breath. I hate it that I need you, Nikki, but I love it when I feed you, Nikki. I hate that I bleed for you. I long and I need for you, but I love it when I taste you. Nothing can replace you. I wish I could.
Hey guys, what's up? Killer Stories here, bringing you another life story. This is about the time that I got drug tested and failed, which is a bitch. But by the way, real quick, gameplay in the background is Black Ops 2, Zombies, Alcatraz, and yeah, that's it. Alright, so what happened was, first of all, this is not the first time I got drug tested. I got drug tested by my parents, and they've drug tested me a couple times before. I got a couple cool stories about that I'll share later on my channel. But so what happened was, I was hanging out with a friend at his house, and he had 2 vapes, I guess, vape pens, whatever, and we were just smoking those for like a while, and we were chilling on his roof, which is kind of funny, I think, and on his roof is right in front of the street, and we're smoking these vapes, and we saw one of our other friends just walking down the street, and we just like, hey, what's up, and like we told him to come in, and so we went and we were hanging out with him, and after a while of just smoking these vapes, fucking around, having a fun time, we were trying to get some bud. So we went downstairs, we talked to his older brother, because I mean, at this point in time, I don't know how old we were, but I know for a fact he couldn't drive or anything. I still can't drive. But so we talked to his brother. I stayed at his house, like there's no one else there, so it was just me and the friend that we saw walking down the street, chilling at this dude's house alone. And him and everyone else got in his brother's car, and they went to go get some bud. And so what happened was, they left, they went, they got some, and because he was driving to go get some, he wanted some to smoke with us. And so what happened was, whenever they got back, they pulled in, and my friend and his brother, they just smoked a bowl between themselves, and they were paying most of it anyway. He was. So they smoked a bowl with each other, and then like he went and did something, whatever, I don't know, and we went outside and we went to the corner of his house and we started smoking with him too. And so at this point in time, all we had was a shitty bowl, and so we were packing the bowl, smoking out of it, and I mean we were pretty fucking high. But yeah, so I think we only got like a gram. So we smoked some. We all smoked a couple bowls probably, and then as soon as we ended, like literally as soon as we finished, we walked out onto the street, and we saw 2 more people that we knew, and they were some high schoolers. We were talking with them, and they actually had like an ounce on them, but we weren't really trying to buy any. I don't think we had any money left anyway, but we were just sitting there talking to them, and this fucking dude, one of my friends who we saw walking down the street, he lives 5 minutes away, his mom came looking for him, and she was like walking around looking for him, and like she saw all 4 of us, and she came over to come talk to us, or I guess there was 5 of us. She came over to come talk to us because like she didn't know where he was, because he just happened to come over. He wasn't trying to, we saw him, we're like, hey, let's hang out. And she walked up. We literally, this is probably 5 minutes after we got done smoking, and she walked up. She immediately knew. Like, she looked at him in the eyes. Your eyes are really red. Smells like pot. This is exactly what she said. And I don't know if that was actually us. I think it might have been that one guy who had the fucking ounce on him. But pretty much as soon as she started talking, those 2 guys dipped out. And she was talking about and whatever. She's like, all right, come home immediately. And like she like walked back home. He went inside, got his stuff, and like left. And at this point, I was flipping out because my parents, they've already drug tested me before, and she knew my parents, and if he was about to get in trouble, I live not very far away either, and I was like scared. Like, I mean, I was scared she was gonna fucking come to my house. And so what happened was, we were chilling outside on his back porch, And I was like, bro, let me clear out. And if you guys don't know what clearing out is, it's drinking a ton of water to dilute your piss, so you'll pass like a drug test real quick. And we were chilling on the back, and I was like, bro, let me clear out. And he's like, fine, whatever. If you want to do it, then just go to the front door, go inside and do it. And so I was like, all right. And I started to walk around the front, and I got to the front door, and I tried to open it, and it was locked. And I said, fuck. And I walked back there, and I told him it was locked. Like, bro, if it's locked, then just don't fucking worry about it. You're not going to get drug tested. I'm telling you, it wasn't even that bad. It's like, I mean, I didn't agree with him, but I just said, all right, I'm probably just being too paranoid. We're fine. And they wanted to walk to my house to play basketball. And so I was like, all right, whatever. And I mean, my friend's mom rolling up on us, that really kind of killed my high, so I wasn't really feeling anything. I was just sketched out. And we walked back to my house, and we were sitting outside playing basketball, and it started to kind of get dark out. And like after playing basketball for like 30, 45 minutes probably, I see a car roll up, and it pulled into my driveway, and I didn't recognize the car, and somebody hopped out, and it was my friend's mom. And at that point I said, fuck. And so what happened was, she walked inside, she talked to my parents only my dad was there at the time. She talked to him for like 5 minutes probably, while I was just outside like shooting hoops, flipping out. And after that, my dad opened doors like, Gavin, come here real quick. And at that point, my other two friends, they left. And I came inside, and like as soon as I came inside, he threw a drug test at me into my chest, and he's like, pissing this. And it was like, fuck. Like, I was like, alright, well, I'm completely fucked. And so I like went in the bathroom, but like the doors cracked, because like, I mean, his mom was there, and I pissed in it, and I handed it to him, and like they set it down. Like, we were in there for like 5 minutes, and like they were trying to fucking read the directions, excuse me, and they were having a hard time or whatever. And finally, like, all right, well, this one has one line, and that is THC. And then my dad looked at me, and he's like, so, you've been smoking, huh? And then she was there, and she's like, all right, real quick, who did you get the drugs from? And then, like, I got real defensive. I was like, I didn't get the drugs. It wasn't me. It was my friend's brother, and I was trying to pin it on him, so that way, because, I mean, my parents didn't really know him, and so I thought it'd be better. I wasn't going to try to throw my friend under the bus, so I'd say that we just got it from his brother. And, yeah, well, after that, not too long after that, my friend's mom went home, and I was just, like, sitting on the couch, and I was flipping out. I didn't know what my dad was going to do. He was kind of waiting for my mom to get home, so he didn't really say anything to me. And this is kind of the shitty part. It was like 9:30 or 10 probably, and I was actually really tired. It's like, Dad, can I go up to my room? And I asked him this once. He's like, how about you just wait till your mom gets here? And my mom got there, I don't know how long after. And as soon as she walked in, my dad kind of told her what was going on, and then said that I've been trying to go up to my room nonstop since they figured it out. And that was bullshit. I don't know why he was being such a dick right there. But so they both went up to my room and started searching, like, furiously, fucking going through all my drawers, all my shit. And what happened was, my dad got on his knees, and he started going around the edges of the carpet. And in one corner of my room, which they didn't notice at the time, I had like a foot probably of carpet cut up and like set back down. Like, this was like, you couldn't see it at all. I thought it was like the perfect hiding spot. And I actually didn't have anything like in my room. Or I had like a homemade bong that I smoked out of one time, but it was hidden really well, and they never found that. But he was going around on his knees, and he found it. He found the square foot of carpet that I cut up, and like under it, all there was a letter, because one of my friends got sent to military school, believe it or not. And it had a couple of funny things in there. Like, I talked about him telling us about banging his girlfriend, which I thought that was kind of funny, but I mean, it wasn't bad at all. And so he just like, after he read it, I sat there and watched him read it, and I thought it was funny. And he just looked around and he turned to me and he's like, really? Really, right now? You think this is a joke? And not too much happened after that. It was actually during the summer, so I had to go to his work for a couple of months, which is pretty shitty. But other than that, I didn't really get in much trouble. Like, I mean, they really don't like it, and like they're not cool with it at all. But I don't know, they didn't get me in that much trouble, and they gave me a couple drug tests after that. So maybe I'll post some videos about that at another point in time. But if you guys like the story at any point in time, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you guys got anything to tell me, and I'm out.